Hello again. I'm at Raheem and welcome to vlog 4. Vlog 4. Hope everyone's well. I'm doing alright. As I said yesterday, I'm going to try and come up with a plan of what I really want to do. And this is what I've written down so far. Enjoy the process. That's what I really said. I wrote a lot of things down talking about like what do I really want to do with this log thing. And then I started saying like, oh, how do I want to set up and like schedule the logs in a way like figuring out what I'm aiming at, like where I want to end up to be. And the more I thought about it, the more I was like, well, this isn't the reason why you wanted to do the logs. The log is just a process. So that's all I've written down is enjoy the process. And I feel like it's everything creative instead of me just saying, oh yeah, I'm just going to concentrate on just plays or whatnot. Like, that's what I am doing, but at the same time, I feel like it is just this thing of like creatively just enjoying the process and not thinking about it too much and really trying to stay present. It's funny because I was reading this book, well, this comic, The Walking Dead. Great TV show, by the way. And this is the first time I've actually read it. And Robert Kirkman, the creator and writer, he writes in the introduction something that's quite nice. So I thought it'd be nice to read it out. I'm not going to read all of it out, but there's like these certain sections that I liked. So he says here, to me, the best zombie movies aren't the splatterfest or gore and violence with goofy characters and a tongue-in-cheek antics. Good zombie movies show us how messed up we are. They make us question our station in society and our society's station in the world. They show us gore and violence and all that cool stuff too, but there's always an undercurrent of social commentary and thoughtfulness. I really like that part, because he is kind of right with, now I'm not just thinking about like zombie films, but in my mind, like films and like plays or kind of anything creative nowadays, it's always just like for the ease of things, in the sense of there's never really a thoughtful process to it. There's just this thing of like, oh yeah, let's just make this and make some money. Like it always kind of comes down to money, and of course we all need money to live. But for me, at the same time, it's like we all kind of know that money is the root, as they say, to all evilness. So what's the point of us using that creativity now and make it destroyed or make it, what's the word I'm looking for? Tarnish it, or to tarnish it with money? Why don't we just do it for the love of it? Like, why don't we just go for it? It doesn't matter what it is. Enjoy the process and create, not because of the outcome or what we're going to get from it, in the sense of money or fame or all this bullshit, but to just enjoy it and just go for it and just live in the moment with it. So I kind of like that moment. And he also talks about he likes movies that make you question the fabric of our very society, is what he likes. Like, and even though he's talking a lot about zombie films, he even says he feels like some of these like zombie films can go on par with Oscar-worthy garbage that's rolled out year after year, he says. And that's what I mean, like, majority of these things that are Oscar-worthy, or majority of the time not Oscar-worthy, in my preference. And of course, everyone has their own little preference or perspective or whatnot. And like, we all do dive in this creative world to escape from ourselves, escape from judgment, or doing it because we're not comfortable in our own shoes, or like we want to find ourselves, or we want to entertain people. And allow people to escape from reality in a way. But I feel like at the same time, as a creative, you still have this, if you want to call it obligation, or there's like there's something in here, yeah, in here that when you create, you in a way you have this ability, this opportunity, this in a way, if you want to call it gift, I don't want to call it a gift, but you have this thing, right, that you're able to entertain people. So why don't you use it for good? Like, why don't you use it, of course, to help people escape from reality, but also make people get in touch with themselves, but in touch with humanity, in touch with other people, in touch with what's actually happening around the world. Like we have that, so why we should be using that. I kind of don't like when artists say, "Oh yeah, I don't want to get into anything political." Yeah, you kind of say that, right? But then at the same time, art in a way was kind of used to fight political things. Art was always used to fight the oppressors. In times of need, art was there when the working class and the poor people didn't have anything. They would use art to express themselves, to get themselves out of this dump, this shit out of the place, but also to open other people's eyes to the reality of, like, we shouldn't be living like this. We shouldn't be accepting this whilst the elitists get more rich or whatnot, and we just stay in the same place. So it's funny to me when a lot of artists say that when they're at a very high elite status and have loads of money and very comfortable, and it's like, oh yeah, but I don't want to get into anything political anymore. It's like, nah. Well, at the start of your career, you would have been political, but now that you've got loads of money and you don't want to jeopardize that, that's when it's like, oh, actually, you pick and choose. Maybe I'm just rambling about the people I don't like. But seriously though, I feel like this is what art is made for, and this is what we should use it for. And of course, it is still there to enjoy and have fun, and doesn't always have to be political. I mean, it can just be for people to escape. But even when people escape, and you write a comedy, right? People are still going to connect with these experiences, with these people that they're seeing on the stage or on the screen. The audience is still going to connect, right? So if they're going to connect, let's make it count and allow people to look within themselves, but also look at each other and reconnect with the world. I was reading, well, I've not read it in a hot second, but the Motorcycle Diaries by Che Guevara. Sorry if it's loud, like, I'm at work and I've got like half an hour, so I'm trying to use my time. And it's a very interesting book, and it's kind of making me want to. It's making me want to travel the world more. Me and my friend, I said this in the last vlog. Me and my friend was talking about experiencing the world and traveling the world, and we were saying that. Of course, you've heard it in the last vlog about experiencing the world in the sense of going out, seeing the world, seeing new cultures, meeting new people, getting new experiences in life, and then you can bring that to your art. Or even if it's not you experiencing it yourself, but you seeing it and seeing other people and seeing other experiences and people you want to write about. That we should also use that within our art. And this book is just like, I definitely recommend the book because he writes very like poetic. Like I could give you a segment from one of his pieces. Page 7. Where did I mark it from? Okay, 63. He belonged. Like even here he says, he belonged to that special class of men that species produces every so often, in whom a craving for limitless power is so extreme that any suffering to achieve it seems natural, and he had become the omnipotent ruler of Bastard. I'm super dyslexic. Omni, omnipotent ruler of the warrior nation. I'm super dyslexic. It's funny because I get scared reading in front of people. I still do. I think I still do. That wasn't really the poetic bit actually. I got it mixed up. It's page 10. I've marked it down. Yet afterwards I doubted whether driftwood has the right to say, I win, when the tide throws it on the beach and it seeks. But that was later, and it is so of no interest to the present. The 2 days I planned stretched like elastic into 8, with a bittersweet taste of goodbye mingling with my introverted bad breath. Like, that's crazy. I'm going to upload this as well, but I'm stuttering like a bad boy. I think it's maybe because I'm rushing it. I'm rushing. Like, my heart's racing right now reading in front of this. But you know what? We don't let things like that get you down. Because I was actually going to stop the video, but nah. I'm going to carry on, and you can laugh at me all you want. Please don't laugh at me, no. Yet afterwards I doubted whether driftwood has the right to say I win. When the tide throws it on the beach, it seeks. But that was later, and is of no interest to the present. The 2 days I planned stretched like elastic into 8, and with the bittersweet taste of goodbye mingling with my introvert bad breath, I finally felt myself lifted definitely away on the winds of adventure towards worlds I envisaged would be stranger than they were, into situations I managed would be much more normal than they turned out to be. I remember the day my friend the sea came to my defense, taking me from the limbo I was cursed with. The beach was deserted and the cold onshore wind was blowing. My head rested in the lap, trying me to this land. Lulled by everything around, the entire universe drifted rhythmically by obeying the impulses of my inner voice. Suddenly, a stronger gust of wind brought a different sea voice, and I lifted my head in surprise. Yet it seemed to be nothing, a false alarm. I lay back, returning once again in my dreams to the caressing lap. And then, for the last time, I heard the ocean's warning. Its vast and jarring rhythm hammered at the fortress within me and threatened its imposing serenity. Sorry about the whole mumbling and jumbling, but that part is he's talking about how I just find it so poetic and quite very beautiful. How he's talking about being friend with the sea. This was before he went on the travel with his friend, before they went on their motorbikes, should I say. Why am I saying motorcycles? Before they went on their motorbikes, he said he had a last kind of look when he was in Argentina and he was watching the sea. And he talks about the sea being his friend and calling his name with the vast waves and the air coming from east, north, west, all over. And he's basically saying in that segment, like, he was always meant to travel. Like, he was always meant to go out to the world. And the way he says it is just very poetic. Instead of just being like, oh yeah, and I always wanted to travel. The way he does it is so poetic and so like imaginative, and allows you to really go in his mind and allows you to really be there with him. Wow. This was a lot. But with me stuttering and stuff, that just really made me actually want to read more. Like on this, like on the logs. And try and see my progression with my reading and pronouncing certain words. And I want to articulate more. Because I feel like a lot of the times I'm either rushing what I'm saying So then I kind of mumble it, or it's kind of it's like monotone, it's like one flat line. Well, sometimes it can be, but I'm trying to do different things. Thank you guys for listening. I'm not finished yet. These are the books that I'm trying to, I don't know, I'm trying to look at other people's creative process and then try and then live in my own. But like I said, I do want to work on these things, and I will be uploading those to the log as well. I think it's just my life. I'm going to stop saying my whole creative process. It's just, these logs are to do with my life, to see how far I can get in 365 days. It's for the future I'm at, basically. It's for next year's I'm at, to look back and see what my crazy head was on about, like what I've been doing and what I was trying to achieve. Yeah, I think that's what it is, really. I've been really trying to figure it out, like, what am I doing with this logs? It's like, I don't have to figure anything out. I'm just going to do it. And it's not, my friend Declan, we had this conversation, and the whole thing was kind of about, as well, caring too much what other people think. And that's what I'm doing with these logs. I'm trying to care too much what other people will think about the log. It doesn't matter what you think. Like, as long as it's here for me. And if people resonate with it, that's even more glorious. If you don't care and think I'm just trying shit, that is even glorious as well. Like, it doesn't matter. It's for me, and for those who want to resonate with it and connect with it, that's fine. But otherwise from that, I'm not going to be trying to do a lot. And I think that's why I'm just doing it. I'm just recording it on my laptop instead of trying to do like a cool video. I'm trying to go back to the basis, and I'm not hating on anyone else who does the cool videos. If you can do cool videos, kudos, budos, that's great. I wish I could. But right now, and in the moment where I am right now, I can't do that. Later down the line, maybe. So, these logs, and for the final time I'll say this, and I'm going to move on from it. It's taken me 4 days to move from it. That's crazy. These logs is just the process of my life. For the next 365 days, you're going to see what happens inside Amat Rahim's mind. Creatively, not creatively, whatever it is. Just going forward. Pushing that forward. But of course, I like to be creative, so that's what my life I surround myself with creativity. So that's what a lot of things you are going to see. But like I said, I do want to even coming on this thing and learning, I need to learn Danish, I need to learn French, and I need to learn Arabic. My daughter's French, my daughter's Danish, my wife is French, and for the Arabic is to be able to learn the Quran and understand Arabic, because also my wife's my in-laws are French. No, they're Arabic. Sorry about that. They're Arabic. So that's why I need to learn Arabic as well. So you'll even see me doing those kind of things on this vlog. And I think it's just going to be a fun process. I'm actually really looking forward to it. Like I told myself yesterday to read more stuff and write things down. And even though it was a small amount of stuff, I actually did it. And that's the progress. A lot of it's just about the progress and seeing and being the small, what's it called? And being is it the small head on the clock? Like the seconds head? Instead of not being the hour or the minute, but the seconds. Because you got to take each step, like each little step, to change something, to change old habits into good habits. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. And it's going good. It's going well. It's going well. And we'll see how it goes. People may think I'm crazy, but yeah. 20 minutes. Okay. Well, I gotta get back to work. And tomorrow, I'm gonna update you guys on more things. And we'll see where it goes from there, really. I'm not gonna really plan ahead. Actually, maybe I should say stuff too, kind of. I'm gonna write some more and read some more. And then I'll come back to you on what I've read and what thoughts have popped to my mind and how my day's been. So yeah, peace.